Celebrate the giants of Africa. As the DG of the National Orientation Agency hits us with what makes Nigeria the true giants of the continent. Day 1 starts with a star-studded opening ceremony as we greet to Scobie, Marvin, Boyson, and HP Zendo. Then, the UK Nigerian Creative Summit. Hear from Nollywood legend Zeb Ejiro, NBC DG on broadcast rules, and Film London on filming in London, and the British Film Institute on funding and distribution opportunities. Dive into panel and co-production and funding discussions and skill exchange with Middlesex University. Cap the night with a special screening of Zeb Ejiro's Sakobi.
Angela is not who you think she is. She's a demon. Who dies first?
It is a Nollywood Magic, Nigerian Week London 2025, where culture meets business. Tickets at eventbrite.com. The best of the best, July 24th.
A very good morning to you all. It's another beautiful day, a day that the Lord has made. And we need to be happy and be glad in it. That's what we're going to do. But this is the African Renaissance Television, and this is where we talk to each other about ourselves, especially on this very particular show, Rise and Shine. It means we need to rise and we need to shine. And we're not going to do that if we are comfortable. The only time you rise is when you are uncomfortable where you are. So today, the learned men in Nigeria have issues with me. The colonial masters, they have issues with Daddy Chris. I'm alone. The voice of a stupid man in the wilderness saying, things have to happen, it has to happen now. Obasa just said it all. He said it is time for us to do things differently. I was so impressed. Obasa just second term in office, he was the president. And that is the thing that I'll be taking a look at this morning. Our education identity. This is a series of identity. I want to quickly take you back. Don't forget, the day on Wednesday when I was opportune to be on this show, I talked about a little element of the political restructuring. Our identity, where it started last week with language identity. The children were fighting me on this show. You see these young girls, they attacked me. Then I come up with the element of it, which is the political identity, where I said, I think our kings should be the local government arms of our government. In fact, don't forget, I'm Daddy Chris. I am the one that created the show, The Next President. And I remember in one of the press conferences, because my proposal in my show, how it works is, local government chairman, from the local government chairman, that's where you get your governors. You don't come from nowhere. You must have some proven record. So if you're a local government chairman, those are the people that are actually qualified to run for the government. So for the governor, if you have not been able to run for a local government chairman, you are not even qualified to be governor. So that was how I structured it. And it is among the 36 governors that we should be running for the office of the president. Anyway, that's how my show is structured. So I have the authority in my own show to create my show, create my version of Nigeria. And in my language, I was saying that if you allow me, I would say there should be the presidency, there should be the state, and the local government should be the kings, your kingdoms. And it is easy to administer. It is your population or what you contribute to the national stake that determine what comes to you. But besides, why is it that everybody that even have a local government should be thinking of what they're going to get from the federal government? Are you not meant to run your own system on your own structure? We'll come to that another day, not today. And yesterday, we take a look at our economic identity, and I was crying. I can't even remember all the things I have said yesterday. I annoy a lot of people. But today, like I said, the educational system have problems with me. Big time problem. And I'm going to use a lot of people as reference today. They won't like it. But you got to deal with me, sir. Now let me start. First, the colonial system of education. And this is very important. Very, very important. And I'm going to bring my people in quickly, because if I leave them, they're going to be in the dark. I told them everybody must be ready for this show. So I'm going to quickly bring them in. But let's start with the colonial masters. And when starting with the colonial masters, we're going to put Albert of Arise Television and Goodluck Jonathan on the low. We're going to put them together. Today, we want to see whether, sometimes when we talk about how we're going to restructure Nigeria, how we're going to build Nigeria, it's the job of every single one of us. So it's okay for Daddy Chris to come here and say something. I know If I can't face the heat, I shouldn't be in the kitchen. So I'm going to put a lot of people in the kitchen today. But quickly, let's bring these beautiful women. The women like to come in red this morning. They are all in red. Hello, the ladies in red.
Hi. Good morning.
Hi, Migwa.
Engineer like this. Engineer, they wear the coat of many colors. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, engineer. But these women,
Rainbow.
Miriam is on another side today. Miriam said today na Ajade. Well, it still looks more
Mary,
like
she's
Ajade.
going to the mosque. She might likely be going to mosque after
Today
work.
is Friday. Today is Friday, so
Yes.
it's normal thing. Good
All right.
morning, Daddy Chris. And
Morning.
good morning, Nia Saba.
And a very good morning to you guys all.
I don't understand why
Yes.
Nia is putting on black shade these days. You need to explain to us what's happening.
Because of light. I'm photophobic.
That's nice. I like Milo and the chocolate.
Milo and pick me. The combination makes tea. We're perfect
Yes.
combo.
Who is the pig and who is the Milo?
Coke and Fanta.
Evelyn is the milk. I'm the Milo. I'm the coffee. When you
Have
mix
Have you guys mixed Coke and Fanta together? It's a wonderful combination, you know.
that is what you're
So-
seeing on air right now.
So now what? So me, I don't have anyone to mix up with. So
Unfortunately,
I'm
you're
the
all
Coke
there.
and I'm the Fanta.
you're on a weekend. Now you're a weekend. They miss
Coke and Coke.
Coke. I said that with two Coke. Kai, there's God. Anyway, people today, let us look at we are still in the education, with the identity season. I say, let us take a look at our education system. Now, let's take it a little bit back. Because if we don't understand where we're coming from, we won't even know our problem. Now, when the white people came to Nigeria, they were ruling us, the British. And one of the challenge they had was to communicate, to have people who work for them. They needed locals to work with them. You know, they like this indirect rule. Other than that, there was need for some manpower to handle some of the offices and do some of the job. Most of them were interpreters. Our people were not speaking English. So they needed people who at least speak English who will interpret for them. That was a very good job. And then they need people who can read and write, because the things they need to be written down on paper. Just so the purpose of education for them, sending us to school, the first education you saw as in Badagry was to train people who can speak English and read and write. You know what is good about it? It was meant for a purpose. They had a reason training those people to solve a problem. Education is an instrument to create human beings who will be useful to the society. Let me define it again. I'm just coming up with it now. And education is an instrument that we use to create human beings who will be useful to society. So we want to ask ourselves today, if the current Nigerian education system fits into what I have just said. And an instrument that is used to create human beings that are useful to society. The British got it right. They needed people who will help them to interpret, read and write, so they can the right few people to have their clerk offices. That's why in this topic I was talking, when I titled my topic today, in the book, in the little essay I wrote, I said, creating clerk and interpreters. But the time they are gone. The British are no more with us. We now have our own reality. Why are we still sticking on to what they gave to us? We move on. At least we now have people like engineer in the platform. Because now when the Mawolowo came to school, when they came to the Europe, the first thing they did was to bring in school. That was their number one mission. Now, in the first thing, they had a problem. They had to fill the literacy gap. So if you blame our forefathers, you are wrong. Because first, they still want to fill our people to have that basic education that you need to survive. But there come a time where education needs to move from there to solve immediate societal problem. And just like African, for who we are, we never thought that what we had before was useful. In Baswafua's book, he talked about the informal education and the formal education. They call our own informal, no problem. Mary will say no problem. Anytime you talk to Mary and she didn't say no problem, then there's a problem. You talk to Mary, you say no problem. They said our own is informal. Their own is formal. Amen. Why is our own informal? Why is their own formal? That is something I want the education boys to write and explain it to me in English and take Rubu interpreter to me, so I will understand why one is formal and another one is informal. Otherwise, they are all education. Anything that transforms human beings to become useful, to begin to create in society, those people are educations. And that's why our system in Nigeria, when I was studying the 6334 system, they taught us that we should introduce vocational skills. Vocational skills. So that was when we ever saw late machines in primary and secondary schools. It was then introduced with the hope that we want to copy countries like South Korea. Let me bring the other one. This was not meant to start from the secondary schools. People like from South Korea, that's what they do. You teach the kids skills from the very secondary school. But unfortunately, only under 10% of our secondary school even understand what we're talking about today. We are still stick to the old colonial system. Now, don't blame the colonial masters. They came, they had a gap, they filled it. It's our fault that we have a gap today and we didn't fill it. We can't blame those who gave you the system of those days. How can I be blaming my forefather for the mistake of my making now? My forefather never asked me to stick to what they did. They asked me to move on, to learn from what they've done and improve on it. Now, I want to say something quickly before I move on. CNN came to Nigeria. CNN, it's not me. And they find out that the Igbo apprenticeship system is the highest incubator of successful small businesses worldwide. It's not me, this is the very words they use. That the Igbo apprentice system, I'm going to explain it. Those of you here will know what is an Igbo apprentice system. You take your brother, he work with you for some time. After some time, you set him up. It's said to be the highest incubator of successful small businesses worldwide, not only in Nigeria. Now, is that part of your school curriculum? No, it is informal education.
No.
Mary, I want to ask a question before we go on. Engineer, you are all studying engineering. How many mechanics are unemployed in Nigeria? Give me the statistics. Mechanic, the trained ones. How many of them are unemployed?
None.
Hallelujah.
Are you talking of none? They're all employed. All those informal mechanics, they're all employed. They're all self-employed. The ones that are not employed
can we see the disaster?
The ones that are not employed are the academic the mechanical engineers that went to school in formal education. They had formal education. They are the ones that are driving keke, that are looking for white-collar jobs. But anyone that goes through that apprenticeship model is employed, because immediately you are free. At times, your boss even say, stay, they work for my workshop till you get your own workshop. So that once you pass through the apprenticeship scheme, there's no way you can be employed. All the mechanics are employed and are employable. But the mechanical engineers, or rather engineers that went to formal education, that had formal education, majority of them are not employed because the jobs are really not there. The practical jobs are not there. So you see,
engineer, that question, thank you, sir. That question, the kind of education system we call formal, and the one we call informal.
Informal.
What is the definition of education? For those of you, the professors who want to go on strike for just sleeping with women and say, government did not pay me enough, of what use are you to society? That the people you are creating, you're not fit for purpose. You see, there is a law of supply and demand. I always say to government, government say, they say it's about me, then say your own. The people are inflating price. You see, If person come and say, I want to sell this for 10 naira, I'm going to fall the price by creating more of it and sell it for 2 naira, and everybody will buy from me. Government can have the power to do so. You don't fight a system. There is supply and demand. If what you are producing, the human beings you are creating, if they are fit for purpose, they will be employed. So maybe it is time for us to ask ourselves, why are the formal education, the so-called formal education, are not employed? The informal ones are gainfully employed, even in today's Nigeria. I didn't want to end the discussion there. Let's talk to what we see today. Yesterday, we witnessed something in Nigeria, and we had a part of that discussion here, where we talk about this. When we saw the death of Buhari, the only thing Nigerians learned from it is that a Nigerian president died in London. A Nigerian president died in London. And it was the thing we should cry. It's not something to be, it's something to be frowned upon. Nigerians, this is something to be frowned upon. Meaning we don't have a system of health that works for us. The way we talk of human beings, that is all our institution. We're going to come tomorrow. We're going to look at the usefulness of our institutions. That's something we're going to look at tomorrow. So I don't want to take a look at the health structure alone, but that is where it's going to come to. Because when we talk of education, we're not talking of the human beings you produce alone, but the structure that produces it. Is a Nigerian structure of education useful? That's something we'll be asking. But let me not quickly go to why I'm here this morning. No, the thing that really bothers me now is, look at this. This is the former president. The one you guys say is a very good man. Good luck, Ebele Jonathan. And that is Abati of the Arise television. In between them is Abati's son, graduating in London. Let's clap for them.
Sam Abati, that will probably be condemning them. When he's on his chair in Arise TV, you see him talking as if he's not doing the same thing.
The question is, why the president, the Goodluck Jonathan, his second wife, when I talk here, they made the same, they kill me. Baba get second wife, oh.
Yes. You get.
But that one not the problem.
So what's it make? Why? So what's special about that one?
Daddy Chris, I'm sure you maybe you didn't see the picture. The son of the second wife. They've been married even when he was in the president. They've been married for long. The son equally graduated.
That's Jonathan's son. I don't want to bring his picture. I want to bring the two of them.
From the second wife.
I don't want to share two images.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, that one equally graduated.
I don't invade their privacy. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's why Jonathan is in London.
Yes. Jonathan came for the graduation of his own son. And now, Abati was here. So I want to see a media guru and the former president committing the same crime we are seeing today. And they don't see anything wrong with it.
Both of them are politicians. Media guru it was a former politician. He stole money. EFCC invited him as well. I'm talking about Ruben Abati. He's still a politician. They are sycophants. The likes of Ruben. When he favors them, they're on the side of government. When he doesn't favor them, they're on the other divide. And you see, everything he talks about against the political elite is a product of the same school of thought. Now, transform let's understand something. You see, my major pain here, Chief, I want to pick out from your colonial education. Now, there was something I picked out. It was meant to create clerks and interpreters. That kind of education was not transformative. It was for extractive and administrative purposes, like postulated, just to aid their style of governance, their indirect rule.
What they wanted. Now, it's what they wanted. It's what they needed.
It's what they wanted, and they got what they wanted. Exactly. They didn't want to transform us. They just wanted. They wanted a system for effective administration for themselves. That was what they wanted. Now look at the likes of Jonathan and Ruben Abati. Let me tell you the fundamental issues with this system now. We send our children abroad. They learn with the best, in the best standards, the best environment, the best equipment, the best institutions, up-to-date technology. And that is why you see, now those universities and the countries, they update in line with international best practices. But yeah, I think we're still analog. Now, you don't expect somebody that has been used to a 2025, a modern CT scan machine, to come here to work in a hospital when they don't have even an outdated CT scan machine. That's why you see most of these people cannot come back. Now, let me tell you something. In Delta State here, 75% of people that get scholarships to go and further their education abroad do not come back to Nigeria because they have seen the Gulf. Even after learning, the equipment that our institutions here do not have the standards that they learned, that they used in learning in the UK or in Americas or in Canada, for example. So even if they have to come back here, they are going to be lost. There was something that I read yesterday. It said that some of the doctors that even treated Buhari were Nigerians. So what is wrong? These are Jonathan and Abati. Both of them were in the same government at the same time. So what is wrong for us to upgrade our institutions, to create a great template for formal education? But we are not doing all that.
Engineer, let me ask you this, and this is important. Evelyn, Mary and Evelyn, you guys need to say something here. You come to the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom curriculum is designed for United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, exactly.
So I studied law in the UK just of recent now. The law we study is the law of the United Kingdom, not Nigerian law. Do you understand what I'm saying? How can I be useful in Nigeria? How can I be better? How can the UK education system prepare a Nigerian lawyer? You see now, that's why at the end of the day, you know what you do? Whatever you study, you come and study law school, you come back to Nigerian law school. So no matter what you do, the Nigerian law school, you see the pathway to practicing law in Nigeria. No matter where you study it. Because there's no way UK will design a curriculum that will be useful for Nigeria.
Of course.
So exporting, sending your children abroad to come and study is a complete waste of space. Now, yesterday I said let us do some of our things in our own way. Even if we fail, we continue. Our forefathers were having, in fact, there was no technology that was not in Africa. No technology. And even if we have to take their own, we need to put it to make our own better. Let's say, for instance, our forefathers, they were farming with cutlass and hoes. Now, we don't need to farm with cutlass and hoes. They have some technology that can make our farming better. But must we copy all their farming system into our own? They don't have our soil. They need to study our soil. Oyibo is not aware of your soil. The kind of grass that will grow in the United Kingdom will not grow in Nigeria. How can that person be the one to design your curriculum? How can that person help you? He might want to help you. How can he help you? That you all sit down in your black asses and wait for only something that comes from you that is better for you. Let me say this. Let me be very clear. Our weather here in London, the kind of grasses that will grow here, look at our flowers. They will not survive in Nigeria. And the ones in Nigeria will die here. They will not face winter. They will die. So how can somebody who understand agriculture here be very useful for you there? And now you're going to blame the white man for giving you education. You want to study here, come and study. Pay your wasted education money and get the fuck out. Sorry for my language. You know how much we pay to study in the UK painfully? Mr. Abati. You know, Mr. Goodluck Jonathan. You know, you Dr. Goodluck Jonathan. You're a stupid man, man. I swear. Do you know how much a child in Nigeria is going to school? I'm going to show you images of school I shared in Kokori a few days ago. Where this oil is coming from. Mary, you don't want to see that. Yet this boy education cost Nigeria $40,000 mean £40,000 every year. $40,000 alone is enough to transform the education system. Ikokori. If I have the opportunity, I will share you some of the schools, some of the images. I already deleted them, or they will still be on my platform. Where the oil money is coming from. If you go to this Gulag village, this is about the village, go and see the kind of school they have there. But these people don't have the conscience. They find nothing wrong in sending their children with the small money we have, pay £40,000 on a child. I say 40,000 because as a foreign student, you pay close to 22,000. Then you will pay transport to the UK. You will rent house. You will feed the child. You will transport the child. You go get some welfare now. If it not cost now 40,000. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take Sonny comment, because this is the other side. He said there's nothing wrong giving your children best environment, but that doesn't stop you from developing your institution. Early 80s, our community do send their children to England. And where are they? That was the biggest, that was even when it was necessary. They were meant to go, study, and come back and teach us. It was not meant to be a routine. Anytime you send people abroad to routine. Let me say one thing. In case you don't know, Mr. Sonny, the money you pay for your school child abroad is Nigerian money. It's not your own. You see, sometimes they say it's my money. Who gave you money? You're spending Naira. Naira belongs to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have right to say where that money should be spent. And besides these two people, where did they make the money? Where did Goodluck Jonathan make money? That they used to send his child abroad. Is it the amount of money he's paid as president? Don't tie with me. We have a problem, people. And I know many of us are guilty of this. So nobody's going to defend this. What do you mean give your child best environment? The best environment you're going to give to your child is Nigeria. The success of Nigeria is the best environment to give to your child. Not when you single one out and it's not even going to fit back into the system. It's lost. Sonny, let me say this to you. Thank God you're from my village. And I'm going to say this to you too, because you said this. Sir, look at the people that were controlling Ogara then. They are not the one controlling. The family of those, the children of those are not the one controlling Ogara today. And those controlling Ogara today, their children will not control Ogara tomorrow. You know why? Their children will be abroad. The leftover will be the one to control the place. In Jesus' name.
Exactly. Amen.
Did I say something that makes sense?
Yes.
You will be surprised that those, let me say this, the children of Awolowo and Azikwe are not the one in charge of Nigeria today. Can I say that again? They're the ones that were left because the Azikwe and the Awolowo might want to send their children abroad. Nigeria is not safe. It's not good for them. At the end, before your child come back, now they're going to ask people, how good one? Hallelujah. That decrees, I'm a foreigner in my land now. I am a case study. If I dare home, don't punish all these politicians. They know me. But I'm at the far. I can only shout. Thank God I can even shout from here.
Daddy K.
Yes,
I want to ask you a question.
Go on.
Why are you not studying the law in Nigeria? Why are you studying law over there?
Yes. Good question. I mean, it got to a point in my life, I made a movie called Disoriented Generation. When you put one leg here, one leg here, you are lost. You don't know where you are. That is Daddy Chris. I don't want you to make the same mistake. If I were in Nigeria, I would have studied to become a doctorate in one field and maybe lecturing. Ask many of them. You understand? Evelyn, there's no pride. No pride in saying, I studied abroad. No single pride. It's like Buhari died abroad. Clap for yourself. Oh, Daddy Chris, how do I see no home? So the generation of us that travel abroad, don't forget, so we ran away. We were told Nigeria is not good. We ran to Europe. And now we are stuck here. Now, you know what's a funny thing? I want to say this. If you start to stay in London today, you now manage to buy one house. You pay the house for 25 years. You know they go home again, your own don't finish. Because by the time you pay your mortgage, you try to maintain your mortgage, you go down old for here. And when you don't old, Nigeria not know you again. I'm a foreigner in my own village. They don't know me. I'm talking because it's me. I live through it.
Well, Daddy K, did anyone stop you from coming back?
No, they didn't. The question is, can I fit in anymore? You see,
Of course.
Evelyn, because of
there's
the
no
fear.
way.
Wait to Evelyn. You know why I'm here? Why I'm lost here? And if I go to Nigeria, I want to survive. I go to a feed. How the health system go to feed me? Not be there they bomb me. But now I'm afraid. Of where I'm born. And the children they brought here now, if I am as old as I was before I left, if I'm afraid, tell me the one where they born for here. My children don't want to have anything to do with Nigeria. If they take me and they convince them, they tell me I'm British. I say, you're not British. You cannot be English. Now they want to teach me that language. I tell my son, you can only be British, but you cannot be English. Go and read it in the book. This is me and my son. He's 15 years old. I'm not trying to pollute his mind, but I want him to face some reality. And like I said now, may I ask you now here, engineer, where now one of our son I be president? Now Zik son I be Nnamdi Kanu?
No.
Una hear Buhari during that time when them Sultan of Kano, all those one, una hear Buhari. Then Buhari time don't go. Nobody that his son wanna see, nobody go run Nigeria. Tomorrow, leave me alone.
That's true.
God have a plan. You leave the land, you are lost. The land will not be blessing you wherever you are. Until you have love for the land, you will never benefit from the land. And it's not me talking, it's God. How can I from here become king in Ogara? Tell me. How can I from here become a governor of Delta State? Ibori was you know the kind of job Ibori they do here. He went home and he became a governor. Then I may come here and I can stay if I see the sell for shop. Send your children abroad. Will they wait for them? But God will pay you off. I am not the one cursing. I am making a statement of fact. And the quicker we realize this, the better it will be for you and for me and for the country. History has proven it. Whatever I do here, I can't run away. You know, if you not let me talk about religion, this independence, I'm not going to go religion home so that they're not going to eat me up. But you know what? We have a problem as a people. I'm talking about our identity. There's no education identity associated with Nigeria. We copycat.
Daddy K, we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
not totally let go of our educational identity because I would say even before the colonial masters came, before the missionaries came and brought their form of education, we had started learning before then. In a way, like learning our history, a way to respect our elders, the way we tell our stories and all that. We had our education even before the white chalk or blackboard came in. We had our form of education. And then when that came in, we didn't let go totally of our own form of education. I would say we incorporated both form of education, the Western world, our own indigenous
That is
education.
how it's supposed to be, Evelyn. Where is your own in the system? Yeah. Evelyn, you see what I was, now you said it. It's nothing wrong. Every knowledge in the world, every culture in the world belongs to God. You take the good one, add it to your own. Because your society is different from the other person's society. Your land is different. Our soil is different from the soil in England. So you can't copy the way you plant in England and come and bring it here. It will fail. So you need to say, oh, look at the use fertilizer. Fertilizer will be good for us. Okay, we put in our soil. We add to our own. We don't need to change our own completely. Now, the education system you are mentioning now, wouldn't it be a bad idea if we bring Oyibo on and join our own? Must we run abroad? The people that went abroad the first time, they had a reason. The white people took them away because they wanted them to feel clerk, interpreters. Are we still looking for clerk and interpreters? So if you're sending your child to come and study law, that degree just finished law here now, how can I fit in into the Nigerian law system? That is why your people see you see the gap when I say our people they wear like akpa. I'm the lawyer. You see the robe when they wear, the cap when they wear. What is the meaning of it? Now, every lawyer in the office here, tell me why you wear robe. It might mean something in England. Does it mean something for you as an African man?
The thing is, the Nigerian own is too much. When you look at Ghana, their lawyers, you see the attire, then you come to see that Ghana own now. You know they have a color of attire in Ghana. I don't know if you understand. So you see it in their attire, the outfits of their law or their law uniform, something like that. Same thing goes to other African countries. But in Nigeria, you never see anything like that. Is it that we don't have a uniform as Nigerians? We will just depict that of the whites exactly. It is exactly their own that we are using. We don't even have anything to mix it at all. At least other people they mix up with their own country's color. We didn't even mix up our own with any country color, our Nigerian color at all. It's somehow over the years no change has been made. We just want to copy these British people to the fullest without adding anything of our own at all.
Exactly, Mary.
It's
And
so
that's why I
alarming.
wanted to stick this topic with the curriculum, because if I go too far, I'm going to offend too many people. So I wanted to stick to the curriculum. The problem is our curriculum even designed? The current one we have, is it designed for Nigerian problem-solving situation? What we need are people who can be technicians, who can feed into society. So we now have engineers who don't even understand how to use the lathe machine. Engineers who cannot use it. That is why we have engineers and we still bring Julius Berger to construct our roads. Now, clear for us.
That's it's quite unfortunate. That is the issue of transformative education that we are lacking in this part of the world. Unfortunately, like you made reference to the curriculum, and when I look at the curriculum, our curriculum that we're using, our education template is still the same curriculum that we have used for decades. There have not been any changes, very few if any, and it is not transformative. It's just most recently they've added entrepreneurship as a course into the curriculum, no matter what you're reading, to prepare children and students for life after education, after the 4 walls of the university. Now, when you look, you made a statement now talking about we have engineers and they still bring Julius Berger. That is the irony of education. They even go to beg, please come. Now, that alone is morally debasing for the average Nigerian engineer. Then why did they go to school? You have indigenous engineers, you have the certificating bodies, Korean and Nigerian certified engineers, who have even interfaced with government. But for a government that doesn't have belief in its own human resources that it's assumed to have been developed in-house, how would you expect growth in that sector? Now, referencing other things, even talking about transformative education, even our education today in most of our courses are not even transformative, because we have centered prioritizing paper qualification over practical ability. The value of our education is, for me, I wouldn't call it worthless, but it's just marginal.
People will be mistaking. They'll be mistaking. Oh, is the engineer that we need to need something? No. Sometimes it's critical thinking. Critical. You know, when I come on the show one day, I use one word, and I ask this. Maybe that's why I'm over criticizing things. I said, mathematics. Somebody will tell you 1 + 1 is 2. They never teach you why is 1 + 1 2.
Exactly.
When must 1 + 1 be 2? Where does it come from? Who said so? Then you see, that way children are now beginning to think that it's not always true that 1 + 1 must be 2. There may be cases when 1 + 1 must not be 2. That's why even when you study law, they said may. Whenever anything you see must, because there may be conditions when that thing will not work. So 1 + 1 may be 2. 1 + 1 is not equal to 2. Children debate it. You see, when you have children in that cycle, that's when they're going to change this mobile phone to something else. Then they begin to question, why is this mobile phone like this? Why must it be like this? But as it is now, they're telling us this is how it must be. The person that made it is a human being. He has flaws. You are meant to correct it and make something better. How can we limit our children? Why are we limiting them? Without critical thinking, there is no education. And you cannot blame the Europeans. That's why when there is a disease in Africa today, the disease go kill all of us. Now you both go see come help us. You know, there are some diseases that are common with black people. They don't have cure. Example is sickle cell. White people don't have sickle cell. If they have it, they would have cured it. Let me say this. That genetic disorder that is killing black people, we tell say now Banje. Now when we cry to Europeans, they now help us to find a cure in England. That disease is not with white people. Evelyn, Mary, listen to me for the purpose of our children. That is a disease that only black man will suffer. It's killing us, it's still there. Because of the inability of the black man to think for himself. Now, Igbo is the one that's going to detect the cure for you. Is that supposed to be their priority? It's not their sickness. Can we clap for ourselves today? The usefulness of our education system. We are still talking. We're not angry. Today is one of those days that I said, I don't want to talk. Maybe say, but I go see talker. You know, sometimes I can't sleep. And that's why you see me sometimes I come up with this thing. I wake up normally at 4 a.m. and I then prepare something for the show. You know, I prepare it at that hour and it's always demanding. That's why I don't share some things with you guys. I just put 1 or 2 things together, we'll go and discuss it. But this is a show we're supposed to research, do something and present something. We are not. You see, the problem is this. People are going to ask you, oh, our own is like this. Must we be like them? Must you do things the way people are doing it? Where is it your own? Why are we AROT? Why are we not just NTA? Why everybody not channels? You see, there must be something that you will make you believe that you are Evelyn. God created me for me. Everybody is there, but it's me. God not make mistake to create me. May God bless Africa. And I say this is the last thing I do. And see, classroom, cultivate problem solvers. Attune to Nigerian challenges, not clerk for the bygone era. You see what the irony of this is, Mary? When people were doing your youth service, they ask you to go and learn skills. It's like you are treating the wound that is already. Why teaching them? Why wasting their time in 4 years and not telling them to go and learn a skill?
Funny enough, how many people had time to learn skill? Someone like me that came
when they have
the time to learn. Most of them end up working now. So where they work will not give them time to go and learn a skill. If I want to go and learn tailoring or I want to go and learn intercontinental dish, definitely I should give it my full concentration. You cannot be working on the
Why did I waste 4 years in school fed before that? Why would I go and waste 4 years of the Nigerian money in Nigerian education before I go and learn a school?
They don't do it because they believe the technical schools should do it. How many parents send their children to technical schools? They don't see that technical
our
schools
education
teach them
system,
well.
the university can be technically oriented. You know what I asked engineer? Let me bring engineer in. Mary, Will it be out of place? Hey, listen to me, people. I go talk bomb now. If we have automobile engineering department in all the universities, that they can actually make money, that you take your car there, they would have the state of the art equipment to fix your car. Engineer, won't you take your car there for repair?
Why not?
And that's where people will learn. Engineers will now learn how to fix cars from school. Do you have that in the school system?
Not at all.
They curse us. Must we copy what is not working? Before you both do their own that way.
Our own copy. The way we copy these British people, we copy to the end. That's my own pain, is that we don't used to add anything. We copy everything.
Today we are doing
everything from them.
Yes. God will bless you all. You see, this is the problem we face. This is the problem of our generation. And I pray we don't pass it on to the next generation. I've said so many things today that I shouldn't say, that will annoy many people. When I said that I want to watch children are not the one in control of Nigeria, but that's how it's going to be. Buhari children will not control Nigeria. Other set of people, God will raise a new leader. It's not me. The king's in my place. God will raise a new one. And even if the king is ruling, in places where kings are ruling, now king have been reduced to nothing. Local government are not the one in charge. Now me write am, now me change am. That's how God works. Carry your child, go and give him the best education. Tell me what makes him better than the other ones there. Now God will decide tomorrow whether that step you make might be the best. Do you know that those people that were sent abroad in those days, they never return, and they are the lost ones now? Some of them never go home. Mary, you said you saw one old woman. You know if you go home. Anybody, he dey cry.
Mary, is it not that woman, that 96 years old woman?
God bless you.
Okay, I watched the video. The woman was lamenting that she's tired. She has been in there since 2000. What that woman is
saying, I said the word yesterday. Okay. If you die, they can't bury you here. You can't join ancestors of Oyibo. You go suffer racism on earth. You go suffer racism when you don't die. Now me curse you. They're not going to bury me here. I go join my ancestors. The land, the food when your pa give you say not sweet. The wife they give you say not good. Go marry you, but bring her. When you they cry, will they wait? Will they look you? In fact, all I know is God will determine, and God will always be done. And God will is what I'm telling you today. The destiny of the future is in the hands of God, and He will pick the people that suffered for the land. I don't want to say this better.
Can I tell you something that I've observed in Nigeria presently? Some about what parents are doing now. Even parents have lost hope. They've lost trust in the educational system because of the lack of jobs. Now, what are they doing? The moment any of their child finishes like JSS exam,
engineer was trying to talk.
Or do any holiday time, they are learning a trade. They are learning a handwork. Either they are learning hairdressing, they are learning tailoring, they are learning computer, how to repair phones, because they have seen. In Asaba, for example, it will shock you to know that over 50% of the keke riders and bike riders are educated. We have riders.
They are not educated. They went to school. Listen, there's a difference between educated and being going to school.
Yes, they are graduates. Let me use that language.
They go school.
They are graduates.
They go school. Let me take PG talker. Those people go school. Whether they are educated is another thing.
They went to school.
Good.
We have if you shock.
All right. The system always want to silence the engineer. Not like make engineers say that thing. They don't fear. What we're saying is really important. Yeah, go. Sorry, wait, the system was freezing, engineer. That's why I was talking. So you can continue. Are you with me, engineer?
We are.
Okay. Engineer, you know, as don't start, yes. So what people, it is, I can't say this better. I think God has said it all. That the destiny we are looking for is in our hands. We have every chance to make it great. Nobody is going to fix the land for us. And as much as you think, Abati and good luck, that the future is in the person that will study abroad, you made a big mistake. He who suffered for the land will benefit the land. That is what the Bible taught me. I am going to say this today.
When they finish from there, they should get a job and be doing there. Not to come back to
why would they want to come out? You see, why would they want to come and impose them on us? In fact, they don't even have a chance, my daughter. They don't have a chance. Let me say this to them so they can see us clearly. In this thing, I'm not cursing, but your child will not dominate Nigeria tomorrow. It's biblical. It is biblical. Let them now begin to find another route. You know what you have taught your children?
Is it with the children's fault? This is their parents making decision for them. When you watch Arise TV, when you see the way Albert is criticizing our leaders, you think that he's not practicing the same thing. You won't think that this is the kind of person that promotes the Nigerian culture story. If not for this picture I'm seeing now, I've come to understand that they are all the same. Forget about the whole talk on the show. On their show when they talk, you feel like they are different. It means that
this is not a problem for me. They will not. These children will not be the one to run Nigeria tomorrow. Unfortunately,
that's the truth.
It will not happen.
That's the truth.
Go and see. I asked Sonny just now. Sonny to tell me who in Ogara today that the father was the one among those that were ruling the Ogara then. The set of people ruling Ogara now are new breeds. Ibori Papa was a poor man. Very poor. And the body daughter, other the destiny not go pass there. They will not control Ogara. You know, they the body almost lost election. The daughter almost lose the election. The next one is not going to win. I promise you. Don't be me now, God. I've done nothing against you. But I'm talking the way God works. But if body can't even love Ogara, can't work for Ogara, it shouldn't inherit him. That's with God deciding it, not me. Why not send the daughter come here, make her study here, make her day here? Whether if will be at the House of Rep today. Why not live her here? They will not give my belly live her here. I know. I'm talking with no fear. I go soon be 60 years old though. I had a fear.
I wish Buhari died in Nigerian hospital. They would have been insulting all the Nigerian doctors, insulting the country itself, that we are not professional, we lack the skill, this one, that one. But now he didn't even die in Nigerian hospital. What have they been saying now? Nothing. It's still good because if he had died in Nigerian hospital, by now would have not been hearing word in this country. The way they would have been criticizing us as if we are the worst.
So are you saying that the Nigerian, you know what is so painful, Mary? The Nigerian engineers are not good. That's not true. That the Nigerian people cannot be good medical doctors. That's not true. That we cannot have the equipment. That is not true. But because we refuse.
Nigerian engineers are good.
They're
but
perfect.
They're still working under the white men in Nigeria.
They did it. You see, Mary,
if you see an engineering company owned by Nigeria, you hardly see these people patronizing them. Let's say they do construction of roads. You understand? You hardly see these
engineers. Can I shock you one thing, Mary? The engineers you call engineers in Nigeria, they be technicians. Let me quote this.
Yes. They are technicians.
The people they will send to Nigeria to go and deliver the job, they are technicians.
They are not engineers. So
no engineer will come to Nigeria. And they come to Nigeria, they become expatriates.
Our engineers that are graduates will be working on that day. They are technicians.
If sometimes when they sit down and talk this degree when Nigerian man get and the one they get, the people they want to say, what are you talking about? So because of my black skin now, and they make my film here now, you both they tell me what to do. What's wrong with us? I have seen the Lord goodness, his mercy and compassion. All I can say is that I have seen it. I've seen God show mercy on Africa, show mercy on the Nigeria, and show mercy on these people. And they say, shame on you, sir. I brought this picture today to shame you because tomorrow, this is exactly what happened yesterday. Buhari died in America, in London. You are here celebrating in London. The same country you govern for how many years? Abati, that your language when you speak, you don't know what they call education tourism. Your son go come out, make the rest die. It doesn't matter. If my son succeed, the rest will die. Where your son will come back to? Not be the same country. Unless you want bury among the ancestors here, he will come, the Oyibo will come. Ask him whether he mean anything for here. That your son, tell him when he there for class here, whether he mean anything. This is not his land, it's a black ass here. Stupid. In Nigeria, it's a whole person with an identity, a prince. Here you are a nobody. When are they bring them? They wait for now. For those of now when they want say Nigeria no good, when are they come? Well, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not even saying that foreign education is not even totally bad, but it should be designed to fill a gap. Maybe Nigeria now need aeronautic engineers. We now bring some set of people to train them and bring them home to train us. Not every day we want to have aeronautic engineer, we send them abroad. Are you mad? If there is a gap in Nigerian education system that we don't have, that we know these people have it, knowledge belongs to everybody. You go there, you take it, you bring it home. Not to go and study, the next time you want to go, you go and study. Oh, in Delta State today, oh, there are some set of people that must go abroad to study. Nobody want his children will not study in Nigeria today. Amen. Clap for yourself. I'm talking, all of them know what I'm saying. And you see some village fools now, once they don't enter office, they'll go buy house for America, buy house for London, come to relocate their wives. Now the biggest mistake when they make with that. You know, say now, not me they punish them that time. Now God they punish them. By the time you don't relocate your wife and your family from Nigeria, you don't lost. You'll be -1 for the society. Because from time to time you're gonna go now. Now then you go die soon. Don't worry. You don't eliminate yourself. I mean, you go bring out your son when you study for them when on the smoking boat, make on run for politics for you. Ask whether your children. You see, I don't want to talk. Oh. The people I'm talking to, they know what I'm saying. Do not, my people, do not copy. Let it, in fact, I can read the same thing with you, but I will make it my own. We want a critical thinking human being. It is painful that nobody is giving contract. That engineer, your minister of works, is an engineer. Are you people listening to me? Umahi is an engineer, a qualified engineer. Ask him, who are the people constructing the Lagos Calabar Road? Our mentality, we die. God, who did this to us? So you engineer, are you telling me you are one of them? Are you telling me that we cannot construct road? We, as we go school races, we not be construct road.
Will they construct road now? But just that it's unfortunate the government doesn't even have belief in their own system. The government doesn't have belief in their system. There was something you talked about of the engineers are coming from like Julius Berger, where CCC, most of them are technicians, and that's just the truth.
But it's the truth.
Ogunu Shell
Nobody
Estate. Yes, in Ogunu Shell Estate, where most of our carpenters that came to work, plumbers, they're from UK and Holland, in Shell Estate in Ogunu. Most of them were technicians, but they are called expatriates. We have carpenters in Nigeria. Shell brought those ones from Holland and the UK.
Really?
Plumbers.
Just know they are technicians. And they call them maybe they come fix my house here. And they call the plumbers.
Yes, now they tell, but now they bring them. Meanwhile, we have engineers there.
You know what? Yeah, they drive themselves. Oh. When I talk about the Nigerian social system, we'll go die tomorrow. The day we go deal our social problem, we'll go die. Because those who get fat belly, when somebody they drive them. So when you know if you drive yourself, so when you want die, so you know my place, if they swear for you, now you saw your belly go to swell up. Now who they swear for? Now your belly they swell up anyhow. So when you don't shop community money, your belly go to swell up. I said because the decrease not fat now. They won't allow you to because they're not fat. I hear. But ask yourself why your belly they swell up. Now who they swear for? No, what is so painful is no, this is serious. This is a serious issue. Kai, let's go on a break, I beg. It's too hot. The studio is too hot. Let's go on a break.
Painful. But it's good we are still discovering it, because if we were lamenting like Julius Berger wouldn't have taken over since how many years? But they took over and they were in Nigeria doing a lot. They will sack and employ our Nigerian people. It's even better than speaking as now. Before we just got a greater opportunity.
Is it their fault? How can you bring a technician to come and laud you? Because you just used to be inferior. It's not as if God created you inferior. You choose to be inferior.
Our mentality is too bad. We have been corrupted, like badly corrupted. That's why they don't have trust in us. Imagine you get an engineer to do something for you, and they want to cheat Nigeria. They want to cheat you in everything. They'll buy the cheapest material and you collect money with no quality. So why will you put your hope or your faith in such people?
No. They are all problem. Nobody want to go inspect project. Nobody want to inspect the project now. That the job of a governor is to inspect project. Every day we go inspect this one, we go inspect this. Now your job is that. The job, if I say construct this, an engineer, look at the direct labor agency. Even when is an engineer. You can't be tricked unless he chooses to be stupid. You fire his ass. Put the people who knows what they're doing in the right places and leave the rest. At least make the person know first before you begin with the shit. Some of them don't know what they're doing. You go and bring. Have you seen the cabinet?
Exactly.
Now medical doctor, now the head spot. We get problem. We'll come to that another day. But let's stick to the education today. And it is painful that our education is not fit for purpose. It's still not fit for purpose. That's why an engineer cannot construct roads in Nigeria. That's why agriculture, we have up to 10 Federal University of Agriculture. Up to 10! I don't know what I teach children for school. It doesn't make sense that we still waiting for rain to fall. We see they wait for rain to fall, Mary. We see they wait for the rain fall, our crops go die. Farming are story of those days. When I say people not go die again, I say a lie. In those days, people they die of famine. You know why, Mary? Now the time when rain not fall. The time they tell in the Bible that the children of Israel were in famine, that they have to relocate to Egypt because rain not fall for their land. Today, we get our own way to bring water. That famine has been conquered through science, which was God has inspired. But today, in Nigeria today, if rain not fall, some people go hungry. In Jesus' name. Let's go on a break.
Amen.
Get ready, London. Nigeria Week 2025 kicks off July 24th at the Hippodrome Theatre. Celebrate the giants of Africa. As the DG of the National Orientation Agency hits us with what make Nigeria the true giants of the continent. Day 1 starts with a star-studded opening ceremony as we go to Scobie, Marvin, Boyson, and HB Zendo. Then, the UK Nigerian Creative Summit. Hear from Nollywood legend Zep Ejiro, NBC DG on broadcast rules, and Film London on filming in London, and the British Film Institute on funding and distribution opportunities. Dive into panel and co-production and funding discussions and skill exchange with Middlesex University. Cap the night with a special screening of Zep Ejiro's Sakobi.
Angela is not who you think she is. She's a demon who dies first.
It is a Nollywood Magic Nigerian Week London 2025, where culture meets business. Tickets at eventbrite.com. The best of the best, July 24th.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Rise and Shine, and you have Mary. Mary, I mean, from all the way from Abuja. And then we have the chocolate people from Color TV to Engineer Michak. They are in Asaba, and Daddy Chris is here. We've been looking at the education system in Nigeria. To crown this discussion, we'll be taking a look at this. I'm going to talk about one positive thing, and I'm going to ask my people this question. And I want you guys to really listen to me. Because I was able to do something in the UK at the moment because of what Nigeria have done. So let me ask you guys this. Nollywood was not made in America. Our storytelling pattern is completely different from how they make movies in America. But we were able to make a movie, Mary, Evelyn, and the movie is selling around the world. Even in American, I say I'm busy watching American movies and watching Nigerian movies. They don't miss it. Now, let's come back home. The like of the Burna Boy, they're now singing Afrobeat. Not jazz, not R&B, Afrobeat. With Afro beating. Has the world rejected it? So who told you that what you make original will not work? Maybe there's one melody I discovered, one Hausa man. I played it on my platform. But if I have the chance, I will end the show with it. I will do it.
Okay.
That melody.
I think Daddy Good was always repeating it on his status.
Thank you. That is a melody, Mary. No story. That is melody. The instrument used for making it, I will share it with you. Why are we so blind? If I were bringing that musician to the UK, Oyibo will rush to go and wait for him. And you know what they will do? They want to know how the instrument they're using. I'm going to share that video before we leave the show.
Yes.
How can we say that anything in Africa is barbaric? It's just like me telling me that I'm worth nothing. That's not true. So, with that,
the thing is that Daddy Chris, who told them that the white skin is better than the dark color skin? I don't know.
Maybe during the slave trade, black Americans were taught so. Until you see the like of
I don't know, but I don't have any love for that over whitish.
Exactly. So you guys don't have it. So
right.
that's why
I keep saying it. If any reason I'm going too fair, I'll start using Vaseline. I'll start using anything that will make me
Mary, let's not go there.
I don't like the too much fair skin. So I don't know why people keep saying the white skin. It's not even cool, Daddy Chris.
Maybe not even the white skin, Mary. Don't even say the white skin. Can I tell you one thing? The biggest of all.
Because there's nothing special about them, Daddy Chris. You
Can
see them, they look so white.
Mary,
don't look strong.
Mary, it's not about the skin
And they condemn
color.
the dark skin for what?
It's not about the
Because I
skin
don't
color.
think it's special about it.
Right from the start, it's about the intellect, what they carry, what they have there, how they came up with these innovations. It's not just about the skin.
It
So
is mostly about
I
the
feel,
skin.
to me, I
It
feel
is
that
mostly
was
about the
what
skin.
was giving them this superior ego.
Because
Yes, over
even the
the
racism
black.
that the Chris talked about that happened in the US was still about the color of skin. Because how will they look at you and see you like you are nothing? Why them they are special? It is about the skin, creating a different market for them and that of the black skin. It's about the skin. And they should know that there's nothing special about that skin color. There's nothing
Mary,
special
let me
about
put it this way. If we think, let's tell you where we are, and we don't even know. You are looking afar. But let's look within us in this platform now. Between how many of us here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of us. Now I'm going to show to us how stupid we are. Muna no vessel. When you hear a black man in America, I bet give me some of their names. Who can you think about? I can remember Michael Jackson. Any other person you can remember?
is it that is white or what?
Of that.
Because that
No,
one is white.
black person. Black.
What
Shop
about
of the
Will
Combs.
Smith? Will Smith
Puff
is
Daddy.
not okay.
Will Smith.
Yes.
Puff Daddy.
Steve Wonder. Okay.
Puff
Do
Daddy
you know
that
why
is
they
in prison
answer
now.
those names? Do you know why they answer those names? Now I'm going to talk when I know verse. Do you know why these people answer those names, Mary? Daddy Chris, this is not Wahala. Now won't make me talk again. This is not a bad time. They answer those names because it was a name given to them by their colonial master. When they took us as slaves in those days, Mary, they will remove my name, Achaiku. Then the person when they send me to, I begin answer a name. If the man name is John, my name will be John. Nice, my father's name will be John. If you give me first name, I'll be Chris John. They call me by name. That's why no black man in America today originally have a white man's name. I'm talking. No, no, no. These are history they don't need to visit. You know, for them, it's okay. But why are you people in Africa even asking? They can't change, they still can carry you as slaves. Now Christianity they can't use. If I not answer, I say when they baptize me, my mama give me Christian first, you not rich. They carry Christopher China. They call you Obianaju. You know good. They carry Mary. Wow.
Daddy, please don't spoil my name, oh. Don't spoil my name for me.
They call this one Chama not good. He carry Ebni. Wow. Bishop, you know what they talk. Wait. It comes from your sense of who you are that you cannot even be proud of. The Yoruba won in this department. No Yoruba man will answer an English name. Hallelujah. I've never seen.
Where did the Christian come from? At least, Daddy K, let's practice what you preach. You should practice what you preach.
I want us to enjoy this melody so that we'll see this one.
Ana ta bikin babbar sallah. Barkanku da sallah al'umma, ina muku fatan alkhairi. Salamu alaikum, jama'a barkanmu da sallah babba. An yi sallah lafiya, ana maimaita mana, ana ƙara maimaita mana. Kai ku zo mu kwashi soyayya ga sallah. Mu kai wa tsohuwa goron sallah. Ana ta kyautata wa mu'amala.
All right.
Engineer, why did this music stop? I could see engineer dancing.
I swear. I'm going to repeat it. We're going to end it with this music. We're going to end it with this music. Why did I
Engineer,
say
so you're
that?
dancing like this.
You know what?
Thank God
This
it's
is
Friday.
original.
I'm going to sleep on
This
time.
is original.
This is the Burna Boy of Hausa.
This is original. It means
No,
that
it's
we have a
not
way
Burna
of
Boy of
producing
Hausa.
melody before the guitar. Now, to make it African, you add this to the guitar.
Outside the melody, what do you understand in it?
I don't need to understand even music before I dance. The melody moves you. It will hit you. And what is so beautiful about this is, I'm not saying that only this one. You cannot add this one to one Western instrument because you have got the best of the both. There's nothing wrong playing guitar. There's nothing using the reverbs. But you now can make the two together. Why are you shortchanging the world, Africans? How can you have this and you say you don't have music? I'm going to host a show in the United Kingdom that will be only this kind of music. The indigenous music. Now, let's go back to the name. We were talking about name. Mary. Where does Mary come from? Why are you answering Mary?
I have
Well,
a
Daddy,
tribal
K.
Just as you are trying to spoil my tribal name for me, you are trying to spoil it. That's why I'm answering Mary. Because by the time everybody that calls Obianuju keeps spoiling it, I will not pronounce it well. Let me answer.
I know if you pronounce Eze. I don't swear Eze. I never swear the Eze.
I don't understand. Why should I be answering Eze? Am I a man? Am I a man? So I should use my father's name as my normal name that people should know me with.
No, your name is Obianuju now. Eze is your father's name.
Now how to pronounce it. It's for people like you that will not pronounce it well. Let me answer Mary in peace. What is Obianuju? What is Obianuju?
Okay.
So
Choma, why you the answer? Ma.
Daddy K, you've been saying we don't have identity. But with what you just showed now, it means you still have it in you. You still know deeply that we've not totally lost our identity as Nigerians.
No,
both in our music.
We lost it because God will not allow us to lose it. Some people will be lost. The way some Buhari go die for London. You know, Miss all of us go die for London.
Now the Chris, that day you're answering that the Chris. It looks English, that the Chris. Let the one that they know you with be your popular name.
Now, Shama, you they talk of.
But why you answering Christian?
You are answering Daddy Chris. Daddy Chris is a popular name. Can we use your tribal name as the popular one?
Ogbevire is my name. Oh.
How many people know that one?
Officially, you know the right in my name. My name is Ogbevire.
If you say Daddy Chris, they
how
know.
Many white man
can pronounce it.
How many white man can you tell that your name is what? Akbavure, Abi Akbavure?
They know.
How would they pronounce that?
They pronounce it. They say Ogbevire. They say Ogbevire. I say that's fine. That's a start. Now, there's a story you shared yesterday where a white woman was speaking pidgin English because she's been introduced to her. They will pronounce my name well by the time we stick to it.
That is not the usual name they call you. You can tell people to stop it. Let them be calling you Urobo.
Maybe you don't know say the time go reach. Make a take shift and sit to finish. What if you go let you answer? Call me that, please.
Shift and sit title again.
You
want to be pastor. You want to be pastor. You want to be politician. You be barrister. You want to shift and sit. How many you want? Which you see the UK? You never come Nigeria. Which way you want practice all these things?
I be Nigeria. I be Roma. No worry, these are things you go.
Daddy K, you need to come back to Nigeria. Bring your whole family to Nigeria.
Huh?
You need to bring your whole family to Nigeria because you have to.
They go agree now. They're not going to agree. Follow me. Now, when you break my relationship with my ex-wife, no, me I talk for national television. They come Nigeria. Woman say no go come. Now you go. Now you want that put. Bring your wife come here. Follow you go home. All these politicians, when they bring your wife come here. Ask if your wife follow you go home. May they change my name. My wife.
Why? What is it? Can I ask you a reason? Why will they not follow you home? You go tell us. Let me say. Why they not go follow you come back home?
Oh, the insecurity in Nigeria. And what if we come broke for Nigeria? Nigeria not get security. This and that. But now here they know they die. And they tell you, carry your wife, come. Tomorrow, if you say you won't go home, because say maybe they go and they come. And you see Mary and every year.
I wish you are here saying all these things.
Look them well.
I'll be on your side.
Me and they come
on your side.
I live to stay more in Nigeria than here. Now this never met me before. The 3 years I took it out. Evelyn, you don't know me. I used to stay more in Nigeria than here. Is this 3 years that I choose to do something that I'm here? I've done now. I will be more in Nigeria than in the UK. You think I want that here? If I did Nigeria, if I don't wake up this morning, they share community money. I tell you, they behave like small picking. 60-year-old man on their television.
I village this one is sweet as the Chris you go tie rapper. Which one be tie rapper?
My men, they tie rapper for home. No, when you do this abroad, you go to be trying to you be small picking.
You have moved past that age. You have moved past that age.
Not in my place. A man that live where we join the community of chiefs. And
even Nigeria when they Nigeria, not just say they tie rapper. Now you won't come back on tie rapper.
Me, I not go tie rapper. You never see. Make I come whether I go see whether I wear trouser. If I did Nigeria, if I wear trouser. Okay,
you can't keep brush. That increase you can't keep brush one side. Toothbrush, carry chewing stick. More don't say they practice the tradition.
No. I not say make you not practice. The way they sew my robo cloth now, that they put the swan now, that they wear them. In those days that they tie them, but now they wear them like bear to go better. The thing go settle. If you see the kind blazers when we do the topper now, so you modernize it. Nobody wear our papa wear them with the wear now. But we know we are adding to the culture. You blend it, but you can't throw it away. Meaning you have no identity. Okay, what will be the meaning of Mary? You don't get biblical meaning itself. What will be the meaning of
Christian?
You just said
when they love people when they follow Jesus Christ in those days. They love themselves. These are Christians. Not be good name. They were laughing at them.
So why are you discriminating? Her name is Mary, and she's still very Obianuju. You say we can blend.
No. Her name is Obianuju. Mary na foreign.
She didn't let go of Obianuju.
Mary, when I was saying this, when they take her like joke, I asked her why American put the answer Igbo name. And I don't know. Not be person come first now. Now I can't choose to be slaves. Because Oyibo force them as slaves, give them their name. Now they don't force you. You change your name.
What I know is that if you are being baptized in church, whether they do your naming or not,
if I not baptized for church, that's why they never get sent to Bible. And that's what I'm saying.
You must have English name. In church, they will not give you only tribal name.
How we go to enter the saint home? They square for black man not for be sent. Black man not they be pope.
Nobody say you make your own black man not be sent. Now you choose who you want call.
We're gonna learn. Now what? Not just they want defend Christianity. We will come to another one another day. I know say that day we go fight. The day we go talk about religious identity. We will talk even we will talk about medical identity. With the cure all diseases in those days. I'm coming, we'll come to that. But let's read the papers. One or two before we close the show.
Okay.
We have to, Mary. Let's read.
Can start with the Punch as usual.
All right.
The big story on the Punch. We have shocking surge. Electricity subsidy jumped 220% to 2 trillion naira. Economic strain blamed for unsustainable past subsidy levels. 36 governors reject amendments to Electricity Act on page 21.
This is my electricity. This in there. When we talk about this independence, and this is why I said, if Nigeria ever plan well, we will not be where we are. We now know, Mary, that there is another system of electricity that is free to Nigeria. Not the Oyibo style. Oyibo don't have the weather we have. We have sun in abundance. The sun said they burn us.
Solar.
So we can have solar.
Yeah.
That we don't even need to live in darkness for one day, Mary. One day. It's not a very expensive technology. It's not as if it's unknown. Do we still need another rocket scientist? Or when we bring another expatriate come, they can teach us? That even engineering department in universities don't have light. Then they teach solar. They teach you how to have electricity. They don't have light. Something they do also. I talk them again. Even engineering departments couldn't generate solar for themselves. Engineer better explain to us.
But it's a tough one.
Even a quality.
Sure.
Because this is confusing.
I never reached that level when I feel they use the language to the interpretation.
You see,
Okay,
he has lost his identity.
I have lost my
But
identity in
you
terms
speak
of
English.
language.
You speak English, say do
Yes.
interpretation. You don't use robot to interpretation for me. Voila.
I not use Kwale, I not use Yoruba. But if my mom see they use them, I could understand small.
But
So that's
engineer,
the
why
problem.
now? Engineer, why? Why? Are you? Because I know that even kids like us can speak our dialects fluently. It's a normal thing.
Now English, now the days bring us up. Now,
You see when I talk about that, when I talk
they
about
speak Urobo.
how they say,
My dad go
when I
speak.
say make we
My
speak
dad go
English,
speak
I say,
Kwale. My mom go speak Urobo, small. And the environment, I grew up in Warri. The environment, no pidgin English we they speak. That's our lingua franca. So it became difficult. In fact, the Igbo I'm speaking now because I've been working in Asaba. Now, they speak small Igbo. But at the year Kwale, at the year Urobo. To some extent, yeah, they hear them. So, but if you use and sell me, in Nigeria, down for too. So, back home, as was saying, it is difficult. You see, the problem basically that it is the last.
And you not show his skill there. I agree. I agree.
I like that. Yes, it's difficult for engineers. You see, educational system. If you want engineers in universities to produce solar, there must be funding. Growing up, we've come to understand even all the riots universities have, the close downs that they have had, their interface with government is in relation to funding. The European universities are well funded, internally generated funds, not funded from government.
Now you said it. Internally generated funds.
Generated funds.
Thank you.
Funded from entrepreneurship.
They don't need government. Listen, my basic pay to the government. They don't get money from the government.
They pay yes. But yeah, the universities wait for some. They wait for some version from government. They wait for government impress before they do anything. So how do you want to work in that circumstance? Are you saying that the student? Okay, look at what happened in Unica. After 7 years, they said dentistry students should go. And then they've gotten to the final year that they should go. They should leave that their admission had irregularities because one thing or the other. Now, why do I say this? I have a serious issue with lecturers, government face-off. The issue is this. All the that we have seen, all the state returning electoral officers are professors. The INEC chairman is a professor. Most of the electoral rigging are aided and abated with the collusion of these intellectuals from the ivory towers. These people you have helped rig into power. Why don't you make them understand that you need this infrastructure, you need funding for your higher institutions to be able to produce high quality graduates in Nigeria. I have seen somebody that had a pass in Nigeria. He went to the UK, University of Manchester. He made a first class. He went South Africa, made a first class. I asked him, I said, what was the difference? He said the reading, the environment was different. The teaching system was different. And the learning aids, and I picked something that the learning aids were valuable and they helped in assimilating. The average Nigerian is a first class product. If it's in the most conducive atmosphere to produce, that is one thing we should understand. Engineers in Nigeria will not be able to produce these solars you are talking on commercials from the university to be selling unless the government is ready to fund the university. No university in Nigeria is into entrepreneurship right now. Now, you mentioned about 10 universities of agriculture. Not one. If you have anyone that has a farm, no university of agriculture every university of agriculture should have a mechanized farm. Should be, as a point of necessity, there should be a base for where people should come and be buying eggs. They should even be exporting eggs. They should have a big poultry, mechanized poultry. But not, look at the Anwai campus, former Delta State University Anwai campus, where former School of Agriculture. The day I entered, I saw they don't have a farm. The farm they have are now being rented. There are farms colonial era farm, it's an old school, a school of agriculture. Very old school. If you see the farms, the so-called farm, people now come to rent, to rear. They will rent a part of it. They will buy chicks and come and rear, be paying. Look at what a school of agriculture is. They will be paying a rentage fee to the department or to the faculty of agriculture. The school itself, if you see their piggery, they don't have up to 30 pigs. And I think some of them are for private individuals. A standard school of agriculture should be able, in fact, if the number of school of agriculture we have, University of Agriculture we have in Nigeria, can sustain the Nigerian economy with food, if we are really serious in entrepreneurship.
I know.
Now you're talking of engineers. Where will they? Am I going to use my money to buy solar?
Yes.
The people that are my lecturers, how many of them? Look, we are just academic engineers. Let me be frank with you.
Yes, I know.
We are just academic. Let me tell you something about engineering. You are these mechanics you see fixing cars are better than some of us, many of us. You know why? They learn on the job. They learn on the job every day. They get improved. We are theoretical. We learn to pass. We write to pass. Universities have electrical engineering labs, mechanical engineering labs.
At that vocational level. Anyway, engineer, we have a lot of job to do because of Nigerian week, so we will not be exceeding this time for the purpose of our broadcast now. So we have a lot to do, people. So for the purpose of today, we want to thank you all for joining us. And Mary, only in the headline you said, we are closing the show there. And it comes down to one thing we were talking about. If our education is fit for purpose, Tony Blair, in my time here, I'm alive, when Tony Blair changed the education system in the UK. The man, they were on the street, they were rampage. They said they will kill the man. Tony Blair said there will be no spending without nobody paying for it. Students, you will pay school fees. We will give you loan. When you finish, you go and pay your loan. It transformed the UK education system. Tinubu is trying to do that now at the moment. It's a start. But is there anything we can do well? Copy it, do it right. You see, there is no reason why. Mary, let me just quickly say this. Let's examine this. In your school, did you know people at least some school fees? Did people pay any small school fees?
Yes,
if you multiply that by the number of students, how much is it? So the school is actually generating money. All we need to do is Tinubu, give these children loan. 1 million naira each every year. They use that money, 500 for their school fees, 500 for themselves. You understand? 500 for their school fees. So every child going to school will be paying 500,000 naira school fees. All the universities will be looking for students. What is way now? When they reject students? In the UK, they are looking for students. Middlesex University is coming to my event on Thursday because they're looking for Nigerian students. So the university should be looking for students, not the one everybody go to write jam. They don't get school. No. Because when you get student, you get one is 500,000. You get another 500,000. Here is 11,000 pounds. For whom? For foreign students, it's 20 something, 15,000. We're not going to look for them. Every child you get is money. So, and when you do it that way, the school will begin to make their own money. And then Nigeria, I say, is better. Nigerian education system is so blessed. The University of Benin have so much place that they can cultivate and make money. They can be hosting big events, big conferences. These guys are weak. The lecturers are weak mentally. Not only women, they know. Men are telling
I'm blocking to collect money from students to pass them.
Come out myself for these people. You not go see women. I no go rest. It stop una from thinking where you are a bunch of talent. You should be contributing to this country. But in your eyes are only women. Una no. Gah. If we close the show now, we cannot curse another person before this matter come past time. Thank you very much. I know when I don't talk like this, they're very and they go quiet. May God bless you now.
Thank you.
One I call the consider with that increase every day. Now be small work. Anyway, people, thank you very much for joining us. We want to quickly run back to where we were doing. Nigeria Week is next week. And all these are people working on the team. They are there, but they are here. Hopefully in another 1 year time, we should have them here with me so they can take over, because old man not going to do this thing like this always.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
We want to yes, of course, that's where we're going. And by the time we get better, that's where we're going to be. And we have to. You can nobody talking of abroad as if now one kind of special place. Now come, stroke, go home. That doesn't not be so. No, in fact, I will change a lot of things. I will change a lot of the stories. I asked them when I started my first edition of the show. I gave everything to people that work with me at NTA. Now things just happen differently. I'm coming back this year. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. This is how we do it. Don't be offended if we get to your nerves today. This is what we do. But it's all for the betterment of you, your children, and all of us. We can make Nigeria a great place. And that is what we're going to do. We're not going to allow me, if Daddy Chris is doing the wrong thing, strike me. If I don't believe in Nigeria, I will not be organizing Nigerian Week. I can see the enormous potential. And because of the good thing the Nollywood and the music have done, when I call a meeting now with the British films, they listen to me. When I talk about film, they listen to me. Mary, why? Because we've done it. If I were here, if Nigerian film is still looking for how to make the first film, they will say, "These people, who are these people?" But they know that we are a force to reckon with. Is that bad? Can't we always see that? Now, when I want to talk, I talk about Nollywood. When I want to talk, I talk about music. When I want to talk, I talk about fashion. Even the comedians are now making us proud. Can we use this 1 minute to clap for them before we close the show? Let's honor these girls. They've done us proud. You understand? I'm really proud of them. To be honest, Nollywood, we thank you. Afrobeat boys, we thank you. Fashion designers, we thank you. Comedians, we thank you for making Nigeria proud. We wish other departments and other people will do the same thing. I want most of you in Nollywood now changing your names. Mukuna they change them. Mercy Johnson, Steve Abraham, blah blah blah. You know if you take 2 African names, you know go say. Yoruba man when they answer Oluchemi Obasanjo, you know be better person. Ahmed Tinubu na two Yoruba name. They make me vex. Another day we will talk about our name. Make we leave on today. I talk on today. This girl is the best, but we will see her another day. The Yoruba man when they answer 2 Yoruba name, he not popular. We end the show there. Bye for now.
Get ready, London. Nigeria Week 2025 kicks off July 24th at the Hippodrome Theatre. Celebrate.
I want to end the show with this.